The year is 2005. The GOAT format is one of the best formats, one of the funnest formats that you have ever experienced. Blackluster Soldier being the most powerful card, and being able to summon that and Chaos Sorcerer, which actually has a quick effect, was the funnest things to do. The only problem is that there was a huge problem with being able to get great light targets. Magician of Faith required to be set face down to your side of the field. Diddy Warrior Lady banished itself. And then you had to deal with cards like Azarian Universe, which was 1800 attack and can pierce your scapegoat cards. Incoming, Cybernetic Horizon, which introduced this card. That's right, I've had this card for that long. Since August of 2005, Cyber Dragon has been one of my favorite cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. And now, we're gonna revisit that deck. In this particular deck profile, we have a little bit of spice. Cybernetic Horizon has made the deck that much better. But this time around, Dark Neostorm is gonna pitch in. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys wanna see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go at that notification bell because, well, you want to tap the bicep for me? Hurry up. Anytime. You don't want to do it? Cause nobody? We just two-stroke. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. And a mad shout out to our long and old Patreon, Joe. I gotta say, this video is for you and all the other Cyber Dragon fans. Without further ado, I present to you a competitive Cyber Dragon deck profile for this format. Cyber Dragon has an uncanny ability to stay relevant in the meta. And in this meta, it's no different. Using some of the newer cards, the deck is actually able to manipulate certain boards and situations to its advantage. Losing Summon Sorceress didn't necessarily hurt the deck, it actually opened it up for bigger avenues. And while Nightmare Griffin combos are a lot harder to do, almost impossible, the deck still has a control basis to it that allows you to go first or second. Starting off with the monsters, we run 3 copies of Cyber Dragon. The old daddies are here. I've had these since the beginning of time. Old but gold. Basically, this card is so powerful, not because it's a free monster to your side of the field for your opponent having a monster, and your opponent doesn't have a monster, but it's Cyber Dragon in its name through the main deck, through the graveyard, and one side of the field. Your other Cyber Dragon cards don't have that luxury, and of course, a lot of your cards need Cyber Dragon to operate. Next is 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Core. This is probably the second most important card in the strategy, because by normal summoning it, you can add a cyber spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. But the most important thing, well, that actually is the most important thing, but another effect that people just don't seem to realize is that it is essentially a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard. By banishing it in your graveyard, you can spell summon a Cyber Dragon monster from your deck, meaning that you can summon any Cyber Dragon monster, not just Cyber Dragon, it says Cyber Dragon monster from your deck to your side of the field. Also, just like any other Cyber Dragon card, this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while it's on the field and graveyard. Cyber Dragon Noster is, man, this card has become so much more powerful with the Dark Neostorm set. I'll be able to explain it a little bit later. But basically, it can spell summon itself by discarding a card. The more important effect is that when it is special summoned, you can spell summon a machine monster from your graveyard with 2100 attack or defense. The card just opens up so many avenues, and again, is the reason why the deck is a lot more powerful. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon hurts. This is a card that people always want to drop to 2 or 1, and then like every time I drop it to 2 or 1, I'm like, man, I missed this card, I gotta play it, it's just insane. Basically, it allows you to add a Cyber Dragon. Notice that this card says Cyber Dragon instead of Cyber Dragon monster or card or whatever. It can only search a Cyber Dragon or cards with original name of Cyber Dragon or monsters that are Cyber Dragon on the field, or well, obviously since can only cover cards in the graveyard, Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. So obviously, just like any other Cyber Dragon monster, it's treated as Cyber Dragon while on the field in the graveyard. But the next effect actually does come up is that you can make him level 5, which means you can make into some XE plays. But really, this card is really good for searchability. It works really well with your Galaxy Soldiers. Next is a card that I didn't think would be good, but after playtesting it, oh man, this card's nutty. So like, literally, if you look at this card and you read it and you're like, this card's not really good. So first, the deck actually can put like light monsters or dark monsters into your graveyard like nothing, whether you're fusion summoning into your Chimera attacks or whatever, or you are going through your Cyber Dragon plays, you are going to have light and dark monsters in your graveyard. The second thing is that it does give you that extra oomph to the deck. Either it's going to get you a free special summon to your side of the field, it's going to get you some destructions, it's going to get you some disruptions for your opponent's hand. You might not get that effect a lot, but still, it gives you that, and that is huge for this deck. And then the next thing is that it's a level 8 monster, and I'll be able to show you why it's so important to this deck just by being a level 8 monster. We followed it up with 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. This is a card that a lot of people want to drop to 2, and I don't blame them. The only reason why I play 3 copies is because I want to see this card in my opening sequence. We followed that up with Jizukiru, the Star Destroying Kaiju, the Surgical Kaiju inside of this deck, and then for the hand traps we ran 2 copies of Effect Veiler and 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. That is it for the monsters. I really wouldn't change much with the monster lineup. The hand traps are actually starting, or except for the hand traps are actually starting to become, they're in an awkward spot right now. So probably the hand traps, Duelinbook and Ghost Ogres are still really good in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So I'll probably consider those. But other than that, I think the monster lineup is pretty much perfect. For these spells, 3 copies of Cyber Emergency, your reinforcement of the army of the deck. I know this card has gotten pretty expensive. Hopefully there's a reprint for you guys because it's pretty mandatory. It allows you to add a light machine monster that cannot be normal summoned or set, or a Cyber Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. And if your opponent does negate it, like with Magic Jammer, because Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring doesn't work that way, but if your opponent does negate it, you can discard a card to add it to your hand. 3 copies of Machine Duplication. This card is a win con for your deck. If you target either your Cyber Dragon Hertz, your Cyber Dragon Noster, or your Cyber Dragon Core, you can spell summon Cyber Dragons from your deck to your side of the field, which just fuels so many amazing plays. Just 2 copies of Overload Fusion. I felt that this card is an easy go-getter. It special summons a Dark Machine monster from your side of the field, which is more often than not going to be your Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, which will essentially win you the game because it can destroy cards, send cards to the graveyard, attack multiple times. The Cyberload Fusion not only combos really well with the Overload Fusion, but also your Chaos Dragon Levianeer, because it can shuffle those monsters back into your deck and get you a free monster to your side of the field. One card I wanted to run more copies of was the Cyber Rev System, because it's a free monster reborn, and I don't know why people just don't pay attention. That Cyber Dragon monster that you summon from your hand or graveyard cannot be destroyed by card effects. That comes up so much. And then only 1 copy of Cyber Repair Plant. This guy allows you to search your Cyber Dragon cards or shuffle, or your Light Machine cards, or shuffle in Light Machine cards. I thought it was pretty cool at 1, really respectable. Next, we run 3 copies of Called by the Grave, and this card has actually seen a huge decline in play. I'm thinking about cutting it for another Cyber Rev System, another Cyber Overload or Cyber Load Fusion, and then maybe another Repair Plan or something like that. But I figured that in local level events, hand traps would still be prevalent, and getting hit with an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring or an Effect Veiler at the wrong times could be disaster for you. But that's it for the spell cards. For the trap cards, we actually just mainboard the 3 copies of Evenly Matched. Now, a lot of players like to say that this deck is an OTK deck. You want to just OTK your opponent. You really don't care about anything else, and I strongly disagree. I think that this is a deck that if you give it the opportunity, it can OTK you, and then if you don't give it, or if the opportunity presents itself and it has to go first or whatever, you set up that control board. With that being said, I don't necessarily care about OTKing my opponent. I care about winning the game, and a lot of times winning the game and control, OTKing doesn't always coincide with one another. You can try to go for an OTK play and get stopped. Evenly Matched allows me to break my opponent's board without having to risk the OTK and lose to certain cards. I think that it's amazing in this deck because while you do give up your battle phase, you're actually allowed to play Yu-Gi-Oh with this going second deck. And then lastly is 1 copy of Cybernetic Overflow. This card's so good. It allows you to banish your Cyber Dragon cards in the graveyard with different levels to destroy your opponent's cards. And then if your opponent does destroy this card, you can add 1 Cyber Spell or Trap card from your deck to your hand. The card's just really good. But that's it for the main board. For the extra deck, we run 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Infinity. Really good card. The reason why this card's actually better now than ever before is because Link monsters have to be in attack position, so you can just snatch those cards up. Next is 2 copies of Cyber Dragon Nova. We actually have a contingency plan for if this card gets destroyed. It allows you to special summon a Cyber Dragon Fusion monster, or I'm sorry, a Machine Fusion monster from your extra deck to your side of the field. 1 copy of Constellar Pleiades, because this card's actually just stupid good. It's busted. Just allowing you to get rid of sometimes, like, your opponent wants a critical normal summon. So say for example, Salamangreats, they kind of need their normal summon to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or they need certain monsters on their field to be able to play, and Constellar Pleiades can completely stop that. It stymies that. Same thing with Orcust. They need those two monsters in a normal summon, and this card actually just says no to it. So the reason why we play the 3 copies of Noster and the 2 copies of Chaos Dragon Levianeer is because of Dingirsu. Now I wish I thought of this combo by myself. I'm not 100% sure who thought of it, but it's sick. So first of all, Dingirsu plus your Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon are 2 level 8 monsters, or I'm sorry, your Chaos Dragon Levianeer plus your Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, they're 2 level 8s to make your Dingirsu. Secondly, Dingirsu has 2100 defense. I do remember, I did see this. I was watching the national stream and one of the Konami employees mentioned it. I was like, whoa, you're insane. But obviously people have been doing it a little bit before. But Dingirsu is just insane because it can spell summon itself to the side of the field. It can attach your machine monsters from the graveyard to this card as material, which allows you to just keep on recycling cards that you need to your side of the, or back to the graveyard. So for example, if you need your Hertz, if you need your Hertz back to this card, once Hertz is sent back to the graveyard, you'll get more effects. It's just insane, but even more importantly, it can send cards from the field to the graveyard, and your Cyber Dragon Noster can keep on special summoning this card even after it's sent to the graveyard. 1 Seeger, I don't think you need more than 1. I love playing 2, but in this particular build, I just didn't feel the need for it. Platinum Gadget and Cleefort Genius, your 2 arrows pointing down. This guy can bring out a level 4, he can bring out a level 4 or lower machine monster to your side of it, which could come up, and then Cleefort Genius is just the best generic machine requiring link monster because it can negate face-up cards. 2 copies of Rampage Dragon to go for the OTK. I wanted to run multiple copies of Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon because Orcust is a machine deck, and keep in mind, like, you can literally, against their whatever board, you can literally just summon Cyber Dragon and turn it into Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon and then just pop off with your plays. This deck has a good Orcust matchup. It allows you to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Mega Fleet, I run 2 copies of Mega Fleet. Against Salamangreats, it's a threat because you get rid of whatever their monster is that was double link summon, so they kind of have to respond to that. One thing I did wanted to play was the second copy of Fortress Dragon, but I actually opted to go with Cyber Twin Dragon because this is a target for your Cyber Load Fusion, and the best thing about this card is that it can attack twice. It's a level 8 monster. It just has so much synergy for the deck. But that's it for the main board and the extra deck. For the side deck, we just get really basic. Not really much else to say about the side deck, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna show you guys a few combos and then we're gonna get on out of here. Okay guys, so for our first combo, we're gonna actually just take Cyber Dragon Core and Machine Duplication, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make a 2-card Cyber Dragon Infinity plus a Link 2 monster. What you're gonna do is normal summon your Cyber Dragon Core and use the effect to add Cyber Rev System. I swear I wanna play multiple copies of this card just because it's so good. And then you're gonna follow up with Machine Duplication on your Cyber Dragon Core. Now since Cyber Dragon Core is Cyber Dragon while it's on the field, you special summon 2 Cyber Dragons to your side of the field, and then you use a Cyber Dragon and a Cyber Dragon Core for a link summon into your Cyber Dragon Seeger or your Cleefort Genius. It really doesn't matter. I like to play Cyber Dragon Seeger because it can give my monster attack. From there, you follow up by using the Rev System to special summon the Cyber Dragon, and then both of these monsters for an Exceed summon into your Cyber Dragon Nova. Now, Nova can activate its effect, detaching the Cyber Dragon to special summon the Cyber Dragon to your side of the field because you do have a Cyber Dragon monster in your graveyard, and then you can finish up with the Cyber Dragon Infinity, and depending on the situation, you actually will take your Cyber Dragon Seeger, or you just leave it right there to give one of your monsters attacks. It really doesn't matter. There is one thing that I do want to add to this combo because, as you guys know, I'm so mean with it, I can take a combo and do a whole nother scheme with it. The only thing we're actually gonna add is Cyber Dragon Hertz, and the combo just becomes a lot better. And we actually do need to summon the Platinum Gadget this time around. So this time around, we're gonna normal summon our Cyber Dragon Core using Core to add Rev System, and then we are going to Machine Duplication into 2 more Cyber Dragons to our side of the field. Using both the Core and the Rev System, we're gonna link summon into our Platinum Gadget, which says basically cannot be used as link material. The turn it is link summon. During your main phase, you can spell summon level 4 lower machine monster from your hand to a zone this card points to. If this card is destroyed by a card effect or by battle or card effect, you can spell summon a gadget monster, 1 level 4 gadget monster from your deck. You can only use each effect of Platinum Gadget once per turn. So go ahead and link summon into your Platinum Gadget to your side of the field, and then use your Rev System to bring back your Cyber Dragon. Using both Cyber Dragons for an Exceed summon, you're going to go ahead and make Cyber Dragon Nova. Nova detaching a Cyber Dragon to special summon Cyber Dragon back to your side of the field, and then use the effect of your Platinum Gadget to special summon your Cyber Hertz. Now your Hertz is going to use its effect to turn itself to level 5, and both of these monsters can be used for an Exceed summon into your Constellar Pleiades. Next, you're going to finish up with your Cyber Dragon Infinity, and this is a board that is a lot more respectable. You'll have 2 disruptions, but even more importantly, by detaching the Hertz, you'll be able to gain the effect to add your Cyber Dragon core back from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so the next combo I'm going to show you guys is just a 2-card Infinity. For the people that don't know, it just requires your Galaxy Soldier and Cyber Dragon Hertz. What you're going to do is discard the Cyber Dragon Hertz through special summon the Galaxy Soldier, and then activate both of your effects, adding another Galaxy Soldier and Cyber Dragon from your deck to your hand. From there, you pitch the Cyber Dragon to summon the second Soldier, using both of these monsters for an Exceed summon into your Cyber Dragon Nova. Nova can detach 1 material to special summon your Cyber Dragon or your Hertz back to your side of the field, and then you go ahead and make that Cyber Dragon Infinity. Now, obviously, I have not used my normal summon, so we're obviously going to use our normal summon. We're going to take that exact same combo, add an extra card, and do an entirely different scheme with it. The only card I'm going to add is Cyber Dragon Core. Now, we're going to normal summon Cyber Dragon Core to activate its effect. I think I want to add Cyber Rev System this time around. I normally go with this card because it's just insane. And then we're going to pitch the Hertz to special summon the Soldier. Soldier effect to add another Soldier, and then Hertz effect to add another Cyber Dragon. Pitching the Cyber Dragon, we're going to special summon the Galaxy Soldier, and then we're going to use our Rev System to special summon our Cyber Dragon monster to our side of the field. Now, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to equal on a Link 2, and then we're going to make the same Cyber Dragon Infinity play. Using both of these monsters for a Link summon into your Seeger, you can then go into your Nova, detach a material, special summon that Galaxy, that Cyber Dragon, and then make the Infinity, which, depending on your hand sequence, you could add more to the combo to make it way more deadly. Like, let's say, for example, I want to be able to just destroy my opponent. I don't know. I'm just one of those guys. All we have to do is add Chaos Dragon Leviathan into the equation, and then we use the Seeger and the Cyber Dragon for a contact fusion into our Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, and then from there we can banish 3 monsters from our graveyard. I'm going to go ahead and banish, I don't know, these 3 monsters to special summon our Chaos Dragon Leviathan to our side of the field. Using our Leviathan, we're going to special summon a Cyber Dragon Seeker to our side of the field, and now we're going to use both of these monsters for an Exceed summon into our Orcus Dingirsu. Dingirsu's effect will activate, allowing us to attach a material, which is going to be Cyber Dragon Hertz, to this card. And as you guys can see in this particular board, I have a Cyber Dragon Infinity, a Cyber Dragon Seeger, and now a Dingirsu that can keep on recurring itself back to the side of the field as long as I can get a Noster. The last combo I'm going to show you guys is the Otk Combo. Now, you don't necessarily need these specific cards. It's just any opportunity where you can have a Cyber Dragon Core or a way to get into your Overload Fusion and Cyberload Fusion. So in this particular sequence, I'm just going to say Overload Fusion, Cyber Dragon Core, and I'm going to add a Machine Duplication because we do need monsters in the graveyard. Ironically enough, this exact same combo can be used for an even huger combo sequence. You just have to change a couple of cards. The only problem is I haven't figured exactly what I want to do with that combo sequence now that Summon Sorceress is banned. Start off by normal summoning your Cyber Dragon and using Cyber Dragon's effect to add Cyberload Fusion, and then Machine Duplication, special summoning 2 more Cyber Dragon monsters, or 2 more Cyber Dragons from your deck to your side of the field. Where's my other Cyber Dragon? Here we go. Now we're going to use both Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon Core for a Link summon into our Cyber Dragon Seeger in this particular situation, and then we're going to activate, actually no, I'm sorry, not Seeger. You're going to go ahead and Link summon into our Cleafort Genius, and then you can use Cleafort Genius targeting your Cyber Dragon and negating the opponent's card if you guys so wish. Follow up with the Overload Fusion, banishing both Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon Core to special summon your Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon to your side of the field and use its effect to destroy your opponent's spell and trap cards. From there, you can use Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon's other ability, and you're going to be able to send multiple cards from your deck to your graveyard to be able to get a couple of things. In this particular sequence, I'm going to go ahead and send Hertz to the graveyard, as well as a Cyber Dragon Noster, because I'm going to trigger Hertz to add Noster to my hand. After you attack with all of your cards, Rampage can now attack twice. You can activate Cyberload Fusion, returning both of these cards into the deck to special summon to your side of the field that Big Daddy boss monster that I love to play, which is Cyber Twin Dragon, and can attack multiple times, which should be more than enough for game. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you really did, consider joining our Patreon. We have so many awesome rewards. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.